Hey guys, it's Chris. You're seeing here back from CNH Small Engine. I'm giving a quickie review of one of the machines, one of the early lawnmowers here for the season here, even though it's still snowing outside out here. This guy brought his machine over about 3 days ago, and I had some time to check it out, and he claimed the machine was not starting for him, and the machine was very difficult to pull over, and the thing was actually snapping back in his hand, so he had about 2 or 3 different things supposedly wrong with it on here for it. The first thing was the flywheel on top up here. Let me see, let me get the flywheel in my other hand over here. This flywheel, there we go. This flywheel right here, these Chinese engines have what they call steel keys in the actual flywheel, and these things right here. This is a steel key, half moon key right there, and the other machines like Tecumseh's and stuff like that, they have call it aluminum keys in there as opposed to steel keys, and these flywheels are also aluminum as well too, even though I don't particularly like that design under for that. These flywheels can get damaged pretty quickly under for that as well too. Let me see if I can show you here. The actual key area right down inside there is all screwed up on her. It actually moved over by maybe about a quarter of an inch down inside of the key area. You can probably barely see it down, but it definitely did move over, and it is damaged down inside. Therefore, that it actually moved over probably a couple degrees, just enough for it to get knocked out of place and stuff like that to cause engine starting problems. The other problem was down inside his overhead valve unit down here. The push rod guide plate, I don't know what they call it exactly, because on the diagrams, the IPL for this specific engine, this is a 2007 to 2008 variant of these Chinese knockoff engines. The guide plate basically fits in here just like so on here, like that. It bolts in there, and because of that, the lower one, the intake one down here, as I'm pointing with my middle finger right here, it was actually rubbed right through almost completely right there, and damaged the push rod, and it was actually just like laying on the lower valve lifter down here as well too, and the machine was basically had the thing like stuck open slightly under for the valve. It was actually pushed down just a teeny bit on the lower valve on here as well too. So that's another problem right there for these engine that I actually ran into this recently. I think let me double check this thing. I think this top one's the intake. Yeah, top one's the intake. The bottom one's the exhaust. Sorry about that. Some of these ones have different variations on there, and it's a real pain in the ass on these Chinese engines out here to work on sometimes, because they're cheap quality out there. So if you're in the market for a new lawnmower out there, do not buy the engines that actually say overhead valve Cub Cadet engine, or that's a dead giveaway for a knockoff Chinese engine out there like this one right here. Even though it might look nice and might have a nice low price out there, just be aware of that. If it does not say Briggs & Stratton, Honda, Kohler, or something else like that, it's usually a Chinese knockoff engine out there, and you get what you pay for with these types of engines out there for that. So that's basically a quick review of this type of engine's problems that you can have with these machines because of their quality, rather than just replacing this one piece right here plus the push rods and a couple other bolts on it for your cylinder head. You can replace the entire cylinder head on these things, because the cylinder head does not have a complete parts breakdown for this thing. Because these things, I'm thinking they probably only maybe a couple bucks to replace on here, but they're not located in the IPL for this specific machine. So you have to buy the entire cylinder head, and plus the gaskets, and each side on here, plus the gasket on the base as well too, and gasket on the overhead valve cover as well too, and that thing's about $100 right there just for the parts right there, plus shipping and handling, tax, labor, and taking it all apart as well too. Plus these flywheels ain't cheap either down here. These things are about, I think I was checking them online, they're about 75 to 80 some bucks, I think, on various websites out there for that. So just keep an eye on that too. And these keyways, they have those keys in there as well too. They're a metal. Where I put that thing at around here? I don't know where I put it at. Let me see here. There it is, right there. Yeah, they got metal keys in these things right there. That's another downside too, where if you had a aluminum one, the aluminum one would basically shear off on itself and not cause any damage. But these ones, you got a aluminum flywheel plus a metal keyway equals bad news right there. So one has to give, and usually it's going to be the softer metal, which is the aluminum right there for that. So I don't know why they would design a cheap machine with a steel keyway, but a aluminum flywheel on it for that. So that's basically a review of that specific type of damage to the machine, and be aware of that if you ever run across one of these things that has multiple issues like hard starting, it's stiff to pull over, and it's pulling back on your hands as well too. So if anybody has any questions, comments, whatnot, as usual, just give me a call here if you know my phone number, or email me, or just simply leave a message here on my page, and I'll try to answer any questions that you may have about this type of specific machine, guys. I'll see you.